Hey, NASDOG.com, where you get the best dope on the markets. Trading is risky. This is an educational only video. Okay, we got the S&Ps here up 54. Wow. Okay, we got PPI coming out Friday, I believe. Okay, rumors and lies. I reserve the right to lie here, but I don't. That is a disclaimer. Here we had an olive line here. These would be like 80 to 90% fire sale buys, okay, in a time frame somewhere around here. Okay, we went down to these olive lines, came up here. You can come up from an olive to a green, which actually that was this range last Friday. Came up yesterday, got over the green here. Now we're making a move here. This would be the next number, 5127. Here we're looking at coffee here. Same kind of thing here. These were olive cells up there. Okay, you go green, orange, thin, thick olive. Okay, you break, you come back down. They give another test up here at this olive. Well, listen, this is a different. This is green, and then there's an orange somewhere up above. Okay, so that means it's a longer term. You cannot see it in this chart, but that's what I want to talk about here. So we can go from the olives down to the green, okay? We've got these brown X's right here when we took off here, which is holding right now. This possibly, okay? I'm not going to talk about this out here in the public here, but if you want these type of opinions, okay? And I am a registered broker, okay? If you're looking for a broker, you don't need to see my mug. But in case you do, I'm right in the middle. Okay, you can see who's paying attention, who's out there just screaming. So hey, NASDOG, does the olive line work everywhere? If you teach it to me, does it work everywhere? Okay, what are we looking at here? We're looking at Dow Jones Water. Okay, so we came down here. We almost said we split these olives, kind of rallied here. And listen, I don't even know if they trade this, okay? This is just a chart of the prices. I'm sure they traded somewhere here. Anyway, we came all the way back down here, not saying anything here. You held the olive line. What is this, a weekly? And now you just got over this green, okay? Is evil going to squeeze water prices next? Okay, here we're looking at the U.S. dollar, okay? People have been talking about the dollar crashing for a while. Here we just have a trend line here. This is a weekly chart here. Actually, let's look at a daily here just to see what the daily action is here. Okay, so the reason why these lines work is because they trigger off strategies. Okay, so we can sit there, modify this. Actually, that wouldn't be the way we do it here. But anyway, you can go, oh, I know, add a price alert here, and then we can go in here and give it instructions, okay, which is what the HFT algos do, okay, and whether it's sell 17, sell 17, sell 17, sell 17, okay, and algos are just a line of instructions that HFTs use, okay. This would be like some of these big ones, like Citadel, whatever it could be. It could be Goldman. It could be anybody, okay? But we're taken over by robots. By the way, these dotted green lines ignore, okay? Sometimes it places them on every chart here, just for future reference. Okay, here, so we have I've been talking here. The grain funds are short. Okay, this is wheat. Okay, we came back down, little orange. Okay, money manager's favorite. Okay, and then these would be long-term trend line here. Okay, long-term trend line. Let's just go see what it is, just to let you know. 2017, 2016's low. Okay, so for example, let's say this thing goes up, whatever it is, 5% a year, 2% a year, 1% a year. Okay, you have these lines here. This is this dotted line. Those are long-term trend line. Hash is a long-term trend line. Anyway, this is today's action. Okay, this was last Friday. Okay, we came out. Some of the beans and meal had some reversal up. Anyway, so here we come into here. You'd be looking over here. If you were looking and the market opens up and we're running up here and you want to sell say this trend line, 601.5. You check over here, hang on. 601.5 is the high, 83.5 is the low here, okay? So here you can see I got another one at 584 and 1/8, 584 and 7/8. Is this one coming off here? It doesn't look like it's connected, but trust me, it is. Charts are CQG, they're professional. If you'd like to view these, if you're an independent investor, trader, whatever, farmer, rancher, and then here we come down to this 83.5, okay? You can see these 83.5. You got an old high here. Got another little trend line here at 81. And let's just look at an intraday chart, okay? We got an intraday chart. This is not a 60-minute, but it's kind of close. 7, 8, 9, okay? So for you DeMark fans, okay, I have these. I have never studied DeMark, but I've had people tell me I am very similar to Tom DeMark. So here, for example, if you, hindsight's 2020, but if you wanted to buy this number, say you put a bid in, you buy it at 84.25, okay, you assume risk, okay, and you could have a 2-cent stop, or you could have a stop under 81, for example. Okay, this is an educational video. Well, yeah, but are they good in all the markets? Okay, when I concoct a chart, okay, for when I wanted to have charts when I was on the trading floor that you could just look at a chart and have these levels. Okay, here you got these green X's over here. Came up here, you got 42, 41.5, 440.25. Okay, 2/8. Okay, these are in eighths, the last digit there. Okay, this is an olive line buy. Okay, there's a thin one, so there's a thick one somewhere. There it is down there. Okay, this is corn. This is May corn, actually. This would be July corn. This is a weekly chart here. Okay, July. We never got down to that olive here. Orange is a money manager favorite. Green is one of the big numbers in the sequence. Okay, here you can see it's the low for this week. Then we open, we gap a little lower. You got a tiny little tail, and then you start to collapse. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, and then 13 would be another Tom DeMark here. So if in fact you were looking, if in fact one was looking, as a matter of fact here, let's, little chart lesson here. Okay, we're going to take the top of the red to the top of that red. Okay, down here. Okay, so here we draw it from this little powder blue to this little powder blue formation. So here you hit it once. Well, here, okay, so, well, actually it just was drawn there. You come back, you test it, you come back down to these. Anyway, here it's the low. We got new lows here, another new low here. Then you come down here. What is this? Was this on a Friday? No, this was on a Thursday. And then Friday we were up. And then this is where we are today. Okay, so we're right back up here. We're snaking along 450.5, upward sloping trend line. All right, let's just touch on metals here. I don't really advocate in silver. Silver's been a manipulated market. We've seen the fines over the years. They manipulate it. But anyway, so here we came up to 30 bucks. Okay, so anybody that was long the 30 calls, okay, here's a trading lesson. Okay, so say they got 10,000 open interest. It wouldn't have been that big, but they'd sell 5,000 futures against there, and then they get 100% of the downside, okay? That's something I tell clients, okay? Just when and especially a big strike like this, very similar to gold, up at 2,500. We got up to 2,450. Anyway, these would be a couple possible levels on the way down. The light greens, actually, you know what? The light green looks like it was the low yesterday, 27.43, 27.41, okay? Silver's a real slippery character here, and this is a big contract. Anyway, here you might make the case here that this is a neckline here. I don't know here. You want a larger neckline here? We could take it from this one, the red bar on the way down to this red bar. Okay, 26.85, another one. So you got two levels right here. This is the same number, a little bit of a different data tweak. Okay, that is something if you wanted to learn, if you wanted to be mentored or something like that for a fee. And I promise you, you'll get your money's worth from some rules you can put in your algorithm or your trading style. We're going to jump around here. Another trading lesson. What's an outside up day? An outside up day, you make a new low for the day here in this particular example, and then you close over the previous day's high. So you did an outside day. You also have a blue formation here, and this is where we are right now. This is soybeans here. So this is, you make a case here. This is a neckline top. Okay, even though we were kind of squiggling around here, you reject it one day and then you come back down. Okay, funds are short. So here you can see we've been walking way down. Brown X's, lower brown X's, lower brown X's, lower brown X's. And now here, this was the first time we got over those. As you can see, I got a little bit of a thicker nut line here. This is my green, 74.5. You go from the olives up to the green. Can do it in fast action here. So if you were looking to scalp at 53 to 74.5, it's 20 cents times 50 bucks, $1,000 a one lot. One. Well, hey, NASDOG, I'm a rancher, okay? What do you got for me? All right, these are the live cattle here. We had a report here. This was on the report here. Let me blow it up here so you're just looking right over here. We gapped up, okay? We took off up here, and now we're kind of just, we got, I'm going to guess that the funds are buying this stuff, okay? And here we got feeder cattle here. You got a red right here. This was yesterday's high, okay? Blow it up. Just missed yesterday's high. Here we are. You can see a 7 here. Here you can see a 7. This is Augie feeder cattle here, okay? So here you got these X's right here. Okay, maybe say a settlement price of some sort. Here's a back month here. We just went up here now. This is the red. Okay, so we got this one had a red, this one had a red. This one's a little bit stronger here in the middle of the curve. Okay, so for example, if you're a mindless algo, these guys might be buying, say buy one of these, sell 2 of these, buy 1 of these, and then scalp those. This is interesting here. This was in the hogs, okay? This was advertised weeks before it happened. We came up to a big green, 109.28, okay? And then we broke, okay? And now all of a sudden we get over some stuff. We come back into long-term areas here, okay? You come down the first time, then you come down the second time. You're kind of holding. You'd have a sell stop under here, possibly. Okay, and this is where actually we're making a run here, okay? So this is, I have to tell you here, people wanted to sell this rally here, and now these are losses here. But this was a key reversal, okay? You made highs for the contract. You got under a couple days. This is mapped out right here. We just took it out here this morning. Let's look at a smaller chart here, okay? This is an intraday chart. We're just looking at these 2 bars. All these levels are over here. Here we have these, hang on a second, what is this? Oh, these are June hogs, okay. Here you got some upward sloping trend lines here, so they might have been selling against it here. They sell it against here, this bar. Now here we are, we come the next bar today. Okay, and you can see we're just trading right around there. 106.72, 65 last. Couple ticks off. Here's 106.60 is the high there. Seeing the orange bar. Okay, the open price, open, high, low, close, and then the net change. So this was up 52. And here we are right here. So if, in fact, one was looking to sell this rally against this and against this, okay, and you can't rule out. This is why these are markets, okay? We can do anything. You could sell this against this morning's high with a new high stop, okay? Although 50 cents higher, which is pretty tight for some people, for most people actually. You might be looking to sell it here, and we get over here, you might be taking a ride up here. So we got this green would go with this olive. Okay, and then so that means we got another green, that this green kind of played here goes with this orange. Okay, but all you have to do, if you know nothing, you just see a couple levels, and if you want to play around those levels, you use risk stops to stop the risk. Now, of course, if you take them home overnight, you have no control over where the opening is the next day. But if you have good till canceled, GTC, you would, for example, when you gap up, okay, so this was, let's say this was Friday before the report comes up, you gap up. If you had a buy stop up here, you'd be out, okay? Now, a lot of people wanted to see this action here in these feeder cattle, so, and so here we got the no feeders here, 261.18, 261.20. Okay, you can't get closer than that to the tick. Okay, now this is a back month in feeders. I'm not advocating that, but if in fact you wanted to be mentored or something like that, okay, or you just want to say, hey, give me those charts every day. Okay, they don't have to come out every day. Okay, but they will come out early here, and you'll have areas that you're like, okay, if they get up there, okay, this is what trips off the algorithms. So, thanks for watching. You can email me ARP at, you guessed it. Let's leave it with a little old pit noise.
And our guys, 75 evens are trading, 4 evens, 3 evens are trading here, 2
Thanks for
evens
watching.
are trading, 72 evens just traded.